IP addresses that we have most commonly used are like this, and these are IPv4 IP addresses. It is made up of 4 bytes, where each byte is separated by a dot, and each byte is known as octet. Since these IP addresses are of 4 bytes only, so there can be maximum 2 raised to power 32 IP addresses only. Out of this finite IP address range, some IP ranges have been assigned to be used as private IP address only, like any IP address range which starts with 192.168 is considered as private IP address which belongs to class C IP address range. Similarly, class A and class B private IP address range is also shown over here. Here, class A private IP address range starts with 10.0.0.0 and class B private IP address range starts with 172.16.0.0. Each IP address has two components. First part of the IP address is used to identify the network to which IP address belongs to. And second part that comes after this is used to specify a specific host within that network. Here we have specified the IP address range in terms of starting IP address and the last IP address in each IP address class range. But generally we do not define the IP address range like this. In fact, we prefer to use this kind of CIDR notation to define the IP address range. Here, this column represents the subnet mask for each IP address class range. Subnet mask is used to identify the network part of the IP address, and I will explain how to use this to find the network address in few minutes. In this class-based IP address range scheme, the number of bits that represent the network are fixed. Like in this class A private IP address range, first 8 bits represent the network and remaining 24 bits are used to determine the host address in the network. Similarly, in this class B private IP address range, first 12 bits represent the network and remaining 20 bits are used to determine the host address in the network. And in class C IP address range, first 16 bits represent the network and remaining 16 bits are used to determine the host address in the network. This class-based IP addressing scheme is not efficient because fixed number of bits are used to determine the network. This way, we cannot have a customized network in which we can say that network is identified by the first 20 bits of the IP address. To overcome this issue of fixed number of network bits, we prefer to use CIDR notation based IP addressing scheme. Here, CIDR means classless inter-domain routing. CIDR notation based IP addressing scheme allows us to specify any number of network bits. In case of CIDR notation, we specify the IP address range in terms of starting IP address and the number of network bits in your IP address range as shown over here. Here, this suffix after the slash represents the subnet mask, which determines the number of bits in the network. If we use this CIDR notation based addressing scheme, then we are not bound to use fixed number of bits to represent the network like in case of class based IP addressing scheme. In such CIDR convention, we can use any number of bits to represent the network. Let me explain how to represent a IP address in this CIDR range with the help of an example. This is a IP address which belongs to this CIDR range. If we try to represent this IP address in binary format, then it will be written like this. Here, first 20 bits which are represented in blue color actually represent your network and value of these bits will remain fixed for this network. Remaining bits in red color are actually used to determine the device address in your network. Since there are 32 bits in an IP address and out of this 20 bits are used to determine the network in this example, so it means you are left with the remaining 12 bits for the host address in your network with this IP addressing scheme. Since we can use only last 12 bits of the IP address that can be assigned to any device in this network, so you can have maximum 2 raised to power 12 equal to 4096 devices in your host network. Now let's see how to determine the network address for a given IP address based on the CIDR notation. It is very simple. You can determine the network address just by doing the AND operation between the subnet mask and the IP address as shown over here in this example. In this example, as per the CEDAR notation, /20 means first 20 bits will determine the network address. So you can represent the subnet mask for this IP address like this. In this subnet mask, all the bits which represent the network are set to 1 and all the host bits are set to 0. In this subnet mask, first 20 bits are set to 1 and last 12 bits are set to 0. And it shows the binary representation of the IP address, and this is the result of AND operation between these two. If we do the AND operation, then we get the network address in this binary format, which result in this IP address, and this is the octet representation of the network address that determines your network. Now let's try to understand how routing works with such IP addressing scheme. Routing of any data packet is very much similar to how your physical letter is sent via postal or mailing service. If we have to send some physical letter to some recipient, then we need to specify the address of the recipient on the letter. This address is organized in hierarchical manner in terms of country, state, street, and finally the house number. And based on this addressing scheme, letter is first sent to correct country, then to correct state, then to correct street, and then finally delivered at the recipient's doorstep based on his house number. IP addresses also have the similar hierarchy, and you can find the country and the organization to which a particular IP address belongs to. And if your router has to send some data packets to google.com, then it also follows the similar routing hops before it reaches to google.com server.